Let the one who seeks keep seeking until he finds. When he finds, he'll be disturbed. When he's disturbed, he'll be amazed. And then, he'll rule over everything.
Through centuries, humanity has been given different pictures of how the world actually works. But what if none of them were complete? What if they were simply surface level interpretations, simplified models designed for the masses, covering only the outer layer of existence? For most people, religion was enough. It offered a structure, moral foundation, and a simple way to understand divinity. But have you ever wondered, why do so many different paths claim to lead to the same truth? From ancient Egypt and Greece to modern religions like Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism, each era shaped its own version of spiritual truth, something that helped people make sense of life and gave them direction. But throughout all of history, there were always whispers, rumors of secret communities that claimed to hold a deeper truth, groups that explored things hidden from the public eye, rituals, mediumships, or in other words, communication with the dead, energy work, regressive hypnosis, astral travel, and other practices. Most religions labeled as forbidden or heretical. And it makes you think, if these practices were so meaningless, why did the most powerful institutions work so hard to hide them and do everything to label them as heretical? Religion gave humanity a framework, commandments, moral codes, rules, all meant to guide the person towards a spiritual destination. But what if the map itself was never meant to be about the destination? Whether that's heaven, escaping the wheel of samsara, or being reborn into a better world, the core goal was always the same: evolution of the soul and spiritual growth. My name is Daniil Kobylianskyi. After studying major religions, I went deeper into the esoterism, mysticism, into those hidden corners of spirituality that most people ignore or just avoid. And the deeper I went, the more I realized every answer I found opened 10 more questions. It became an endless process of discovering and rediscovering not just knowledge, but entirely new ways of perceiving reality. I wanted to find a place where all perspectives could meet, where everything connects, and that's why I decided to build a place that was called Talosha's Awareness Center, and Oracle Talosha became a host of that space that helps people do exactly that: explore the divine step by step, revealing deeper layers of understanding as they go. What I noticed is that many people who joined said the same thing. Like, it feels like something I've always known. I just couldn't recall it because nobody has ever painted such a clear picture for me. And that's exactly how it felt for me once I painted the same picture, the same perception, right, for myself. Like remembering a truth you've always carried inside. For me, that journey led from being a firm atheist to understanding the divine not through belief, but through clear understanding cause and effect patterns behind commandments and how it affects a human being. I started to see that what religions call commandments are not just moral ideas, they're metaphysical consequences, energetic laws, cause and effect patterns that shape your subtle body, your emotions, your subtle attachments, and even your physical reality. And honestly, people who live through simple faith, they're often the happiest. They don't overthink it, they don't question everything, they just trust, and I admire that deeply. The last thing I would ever want is to make someone like that doubt their peace. But for those who already have questions, for the ones who feel that call to dig deeper, this is for you, to expand your perception, to help you see more of what's hidden behind what you already believe or not, and to get just a little closer to the essence of divinity itself. So, if you're someone who's lost your faith, maybe because you're tired of just believing and obeying without really understanding what you're doing, or if you're a firm atheist who denies the idea of a divine nature, simply because no one could ever give you real answers to your deeper questions. And let me tell you this, that's completely fine. Religions were never meant to satisfy the hunger of those who think beyond. And that's exactly why I created this space, for people just like me and just like you. Inside the project, there are 5 ranks. 5 steps that include lectures built one after another. Each step paints a clearer picture of reality, not to replace spiritual teachings, but to extend them. At the end of the day, I'm not here to preach a single version of truth. I'm a seeker just like you. I don't claim to hold 100% truth, and I don't expect anyone to agree with everything I say. My goal is simply to share thoughts, insights, and knowledge gathered from hidden esoteric and mystical traditions. And what you recognize as truth, that's yours to keep, just as mine is mine. And right now, you can join Talosha's Awareness Center completely for free. Just follow the link in the description below and DM me the word GATE on Instagram. I'll personally send you free access, and I'll see you inside.